Sup, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I am joined with Alogon from Warcraft LFG. Now, the odds are you guys have probably never heard of this website, and that is why I'm making a video. Now, basically, correct me if I'm wrong with this, but Warcraft LFG, and here the G stands for Guild, tries to connect players with guilds, right?
Yeah, exactly. So looking for guilds, looking for groups, it's really
Okay.
depend. I mean, we're quite open.
Alrighty. And so first off, before we really go any further, Algon, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to create this website?
Sure. I mean, we are World of Warcraft players since I guess 2004, 2005 now. We are managing a guild since then, and I mean, I guess similar to what everybody experienced, it's very difficult to find good raiders nowadays. It's very difficult to find, the perfect players for your group. There are so many criteria involved. And after years and years of fighting to find the good ones, well, basically we decided to build this website first of all for us, and then we figure out why not put that for everybody else.
I always find that that's a really good way of like kind of how things kind of come together is whenever people do something for themselves and then it ends up helping other people. And so before you actually created Warcraft LFG, what other tools did you use to find guilds or find players that didn't really fully meet your expectations or your requirements?
So it was a mix of browsing war progress, browsing the forums, um, using the macro on the on the general chat, and all this kind of
Slash
stuff,
two?
the old school way.
Yeah.
But well, it's very limited, right?
Yeah.
And it takes so much time that basically we wanted to have something a lot easier.
Absolutely. And so, in what way do you think Warcraft LFG fills that gap between like I don't know, like guild recruitment, like players finding guilds, guilds finding players, in a way that like let's say WoW Progress or Slash Two or the forums or like WoW Lemmings or another guild recruitment website doesn't really meet the expectations on.
Um, I guess what we want to achieve really is to have something very intuitive, very easy to use. You don't need to fill dozens of forms. You don't need to regroup information from different websites. We just want to have everything in one single place.
Yeah.
And that's really like our biggest goal with this tool. And so, you're let's say you're French and you're looking for a guild, but you want a guild which raids only during the night because you're working in the evening. Um, that's what we want to achieve. That's what we want to help people to achieve. So we currently provide this kind of informations, and we also had dozens of useful data like, oh, what's the eye level of his ring, is he okay with his ancient and gems, so what's the audits on his character, all this kind of information. What is his Warcraft logs ranking, for example. That's all the kind of stuff that we want to provide.
And you guys have links to that because whenever a player creates a profile, like I've actually already made a profile on this website, and actually you don't necessarily create a profile. You basically link your Battle.net account to the website, and then it kind of the website pulls the information off of Battle.net. Is that basically what happens?
Yeah, exactly. So Blizzard is providing us with, their official API. They provide us with a lot of data. So as soon as you authenticate through their very secure Battle.net authentications, we can pull a huge amount of data. So yeah, everything related to your guild, everything related to your characters, your achievements, that's all a huge amount of information that we can then regroup and present to you in a most useful way.
And I think like especially in this day and age, people have like kind of a very big concern with privacy and all things kind of related to that. And so just to reiterate, we had talked about this before. You do not actually have access to players' credit card numbers, real life names, or passwords or anything like that, right?
No, not at all. It's extremely secure. So we are using the OAuth system, which is provided by Blizzard. This
Okay.
is very similar to the Facebook login system that you can have on so many websites. You don't actually provide your Facebook password to those websites. It's just a third party way to
Yeah.
access a website.
Okay, well, I really did want to go over that because I mean, like you've been playing since '04, right? So you know how many like gold sellers and like other little scams that they have going to get people to
Yep.
try and yeah. So you kind of know, pretty much understand that. And so anyway, whenever I created my account, I can completely agree with you. It was very intuitive, very easy to use. I think I do have a couple of questions for you on
Sure.
the actual player tab here. And so we're looking at, I'm going to go ahead and open up my character. And so you have item level in the bag. Okay, item level bag, and that's 741. The ring item level, the tier 8 4-piece bonus, and the endless room, the audit. And so that kind of checks, I guess like that's the armory audit, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and then down at the bottom you have the Warcraft logs, and that pulls the character, and then you can see the average percentage off of all the different fights.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you guys think that there will ever be a point where you have percentages from each boss?
Um, that's something that we technically can do right now.
Uh huh.
We just don't want to, put so many stats that basically you spend most times looking at stats and really trying to figure out what the guy is. So
Yeah.
basically, what we may want to achieve is to provide a link to the Warcraft logs, so that you can just go to the page of that guy on Warcraft log and check for each boss if you want and this kind of stuff. But we really want to have like a global overview of the character on this page, just to say, okay, am I interested with with that guy or not? So um, we're not sure yet if we want to have all the bosses available, but that's
Okay.
clearly something that we can decide for the future. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are a lot of things like that because when exactly did this website actually go live? I know it's still actually in beta right now, but when did it
S-
become public?
so we went live in beta last week, to the public. Started to have a lot
Mhm.
of people now using that. Last week, actually, no, it was not even last week. It was last Tuesday, so it's only 3 days ago now. Um, and we intend to, it's really difficult. We don't know yet. It's really depending on when we are going to be happy with what we have, right?
Yeah.
There are some core features that people are asking for, and we want to have that ready. And then even when we launch the website, even when it's not in beta anymore,
Mhm.
we still want to add stuff, add features, and maintain this website. So um, we expect to be maybe out of beta during the first quarter next year. That's a good goal for us. We definitely want to be polished and ready for Legion, so that we can support the new expansion from the beginning. That's really our core goal.
It's
So
like
up,
yeah.
up, hopefully for Legion will be there.
Okay, and you mentioned these features. What other features do you think that you might be adding into the website in the future?
Um, the biggest feedback that we receive currently is really to have like more filters. People really wants to uh, find more easily their perfect guild or their perfect player. So adding filters for like the high level, the progressions,
Hmm.
all this kind of stuff. People ask for, I want to find a PvP guild. I want to find a role playing guild. I want to find a guild only with people from a certain age. Those are all kind of filter that we are considering adding very soon. But one of the main thing that we feel is lacking currently in any kind of similar website is really more like some social features where you can contact somebody straight from the website and say, okay, I'm interested in your guild. What's contact me here, and we can sort that out. Or I'm a guild master and I can browse this awesome list of people, but how do I contact those? They can leave their battle tag on their description, but it's not the most intuitive way to do things. You don't want to add 50 people on your battle.net friend list
Yeah.
and contact them, right? So if you can do that through the website, and that's what we want to do, that would be a lot more easy.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't really see much of a prompt as a for like a contact. Like in a lot of places, you kind of have like a little box where you put in your contact, whether that be
Yeah,
Skype or
exactly.
Discord or BattleTag or whatever. And so yeah, I think that would definitely really help out a lot. And ever since you did release this website on I guess like last Tuesday, right?
Let's choose a
What's been I guess like the general sentiment or response that you've gotten from the community?
that it's about time, I guess, that something like this is happening.
I agree.
The feedback is extremely positive so far. We were really overwhelmed by the amount of feedbacks on Reddit specifically.
That's
I
what I
think that
saw.
the
Yeah.
Reddit community was extremely enthusiastic for this idea. Plenty of very good feedbacks. I think we end up adding like 20 features only from this thread on Reddit, giving us feedback.
Just like
Um,
suggestions, kind of.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We had people trying to already contacting us and they wanted to help us. So that's the general feedback right now.
And
It's
to talk about that for a second, you are actually right now looking for people to kind of help with development on the website.
We are not actively looking. The good thing is that the website is open source. Anybody can go on our GitHub
I
page
see.
and clone the project and add something on their own. And if it makes sense, if it works well, and if it fits with what we want to achieve, yes, sure, we are going to add that to the website. So if you are a developer out there and you want to help us, go to the GitHub page and fork the project.
Yeah, I've seen. I was looking through the guilds whenever I made my account, and there you guys have already gotten quite a number of pretty big name guilds, like top 50 world guilds, that are already using this website.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And so anyway, can you kind of take us through, for anybody that's unfamiliar, what really a player would have to do in order to create an account and use Warcraft LFG?
Sure. So the way you do it is basically first of all you just connect with your Battle.net account. So there's a button for that. If you're already logged on your Battle.net account, basically that's just going to um, log you automatically, similar to Facebook, and then you can just click on either you want to search a guild or search a player. There is just two small buttons for you. Let's say you're a player and you're looking for a guild. You just click on I'm searching for a guild, and that will bring you the list of all your characters available currently on your Battle.net account. So it's only up to you to say, okay, I want to look for a guild for that toon. And that will bring you to our form where you can just, specify very basic informations on you. So yes, I'm a tank, I'm a mid DPS, I'm a healer, I'm speaking both languages. Small description that you can leave for the guild to read. You can notify, the amount of raids that you want to do per week. So I'm willing to do between 2 and 3 raids per week, for example.
Yeah, yeah, that slider.
I'm available on, Monday, Tuesday on that time. So that's really like your raiding schedule as well as the time zone you're playing on. And that's it. Press the save button and you're good to go. You're automatically updated on the website. You'll be on the main page with the last updated characters. So yeah,
People who are
that's all you
actively recruiting can maybe just click on your name right from the front page and see who you are.
exactly.
And so on this main page, you can either browse for characters or for guilds. And so if you go and you look at characters, if you click on the characters tab here, you can narrow down your searches by region, realm, faction, language, role, class, and also the day, time zone, and if people are willing to transfer, if they're 100, and also the amount of raids per week. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay,
We
yeah.
are planning to add even like high level, the high level of your ring, um, what your Warcraft load looks like, and this kind of stuff. So more filters are coming later. But yeah, right now it's a good enough start.
Yeah, I see that. And as guilds, you can also basically look for the same thing. And yeah, I mean, honestly, this website, from what I see, one thing that I really like about is what you were talking about earlier is that it was very intuitive, and you didn't necessarily have to, I don't know, like kind of have a lot of prior knowledge about the game or anything like that. You just basically sign on, make this account, and you don't even really make an account. You just link it to your Battle.net account and specify what times you want to raid, and you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah,
And so anyway, honestly, I'm really glad about seeing people, like especially people in the community creating these resources for people. And I think honestly, man, like with the right the right changes and people talking about this website and using it, I think I might have mentioned this to you. Is I think it can really have the potential to be, I guess, like what you would call like the open raid for guild recruitment. And so I think I want to say on behalf of a lot of people that definitely I know have been trying to find guilds or trying to find players. Thank you for making this website. This really helps people out a lot.
yeah, we appreciate honestly. as I said, we just want to make something for everybody, right? So it works for us. Why not using that for everybody else? So um, you're welcome. That's the short answer, I
All
would say.
right. Yeah, for sure, man. And so, is there anything else that you really want to say to people before I go ahead and wrap this up?
I'd say keep providing feedbacks. Honestly, that's the main source of motivation for us. If we see that people are using that, if we see that people want to have more things adding to the websites, that's a huge source of motivations for us to keep going, basically. So provide us feedbacks either on Twitter, on Reddit. We are mostly everywhere, so it's very easy to find us.
Okay, and the best way to, I guess, like contact you is either through Twitter, which is twitter.com/Warcraft LFG, and I'll have those links in the description, guys, or also through your Reddit account.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and
We have a
so,
Reddit subreddit as well, so you can go on
oh,
the Warcraft LFG subreddit. So it's a very convenient place for us to push any kind of news there if we need. So
yeah, I'm just looking at your Twitter here, and I took the link out. You must construct additional filters.
yeah,
I guess that must be. I guess it's kind of like your like blog about creating the website and everything. Is that right?
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really, really great tool, and I really want to emphasize this, guys. Right now, there's not really any sort of a profit that they're getting out of this. I'm not getting anything out of this, but really what it comes down to is we're all going to be getting something out of this with a really strong tool that's going to hopefully connect players with guilds and vice versa. And again, like you guys are planning on making sure that this thing comes out of beta and is fully functional, fully operational, and it is functional now. But with all
It
the
is
other filters that you want to have, and I guess like your own personal standards, you want to make sure that you have it out and ready to go before Legion. Is that right?
exactly.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to seeing that, and congratulations on your success so far. It looks really, really good. And guys, if you have any other questions about the website or anything like that, you can go ahead and again ask Aldon, right? Aldon?
Yeah, Algon.
Alogon, yes. It's like Alogon. Yeah, Alogon. Twitter.com slash LFG. You can tweet them there or also contact them through their subreddit, which is reddit.com slash r slash Warcraft LFG. And so, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And thank you, Alogon, for making this website and hopefully helping out probably what's going to be thousands of people in the near future.
Thank you everyone, and thank you for the help. Really, we appreciate.
For sure, man.